All right, let me get at y'all right quick. Let me plug the joint. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. And we've been talking about this, and even more specifically, I've been talking about this. Just because a woman is having sex with you doesn't necessarily mean she is sexually attracted to you. The proof of this is the fact that prostitutes exist. Prostitutes are not sexually attracted to the men they have sex with, the men that are paying them. They're not sexually attracted to these individuals, right? When you talk about high end escorts and call girls, same thing, right? They're getting paid to do something, right? So the fact that women are paid to have sex with men they're not sexually interested in proves to you that women are very capable of having sex with men they're not all that sexually attracted to. Even the regular women out here who aren't sex workers, them too. Them too. The biggest mistake that guys make is when you try and separate women. Don't do that. Okay, we understand that women are different. We understand that women have different lifestyles, and there are some women that are way more sexual than other women. We understand this. But when you try and separate women and you're using your view of them based on how you view them sexually to separate them, that's where you're making a mistake, right? 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. I'm gonna leave this comment right here. The more compensation a woman requires, the higher the form of investment sex will be, right? A prime example would be this. You have a woman, she's a virgin. Let's say she's really a virgin, right? And she's waiting until marriage, right? The fact that she is requiring that a man be her husband first before they fuck, what higher form of investment is sex than in that scenario? Oh, you gotta marry me before you get this pussy? What higher form of investment can a man make to get some pussy than to, than to literally marry a woman to get it, right? And that's what guys are doing. See, here's the thing, and I said this, never adopt a woman's views on sex. If you yourself, if you're a man and you never had sex before, and you have some religious or spiritual beliefs and you're waiting until marriage and you just happen to find a woman who shares your same beliefs, that's one thing. But if you are a sexual guy and you meet a woman and you're literally waiting to have sex with her because you believe she's a virgin, you're making that investment for sex. You can say what you want. You can try to throw love in there all you want to. Nah, bro, you doing all that for some pussy, bro. And you think she has the best pussy on earth because ain't nobody got it before you, which is some sad shit because that's not true. Okay. Once you've had sex with virgins before, you understand that having sex with inexperienced women, that's not the move. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. And I experienced it on more than one occasion. Horrible. The more compensation a woman requires, the higher form of investment sex will be. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Right. Now, let me say this before I get into that. This is what I want guys to understand. And women know this to be true. For many women, for most women, for the majority of women, once they start having sex, everything changes. I need you guys to understand what the fuck I just said. Whether women admit it or not, once women start having sex or doing sexual activities, everything changes. How they view sex changes. I want to pose a rhetorical question for y'all. Or whether I want to make a statement that seems like a rhetorical question. When these women, okay, when they're younger, high school age, okay, even younger than that, do you think they sit around thinking about threesomes, one night stands, weekend flings, sex parties and all these different type of sex things? No, because they've been conditioned their whole life to view sex a certain way, right? So they have a certain view on sex based on their upbringing, based on what society is telling them. But what happens is once women start having sex, everything changes. How they view men change to some degree. How they view sex changes to some degree, because they've participated in a physical activity where they've been touched in ways they've never been touched before. Why wouldn't things change in their mind? And when things change, this can happen. And I'm going to get to my 5 signs, but I just want to take a broader scope and make y'all understand that when it comes to sex, yo, man, it's a lot of shit guys don't understand. They think they understand. A lot of you guys have no clue about sex. You have no clue about sex. A lot of you guys, you look at sex strictly as the physical thing. Oh, she's had too many dicks in her. You look at it strictly as the physical. Okay, you don't understand the power of influence via sex, especially when you have sexual attraction coupled with mutual sexual compatibility. The influence is real, right? So I want to talk about turning women out, right? Now, there's another side of the coin that's a little more ominous with turning a woman out, but that's the world, that's the other world, right? That's the street world, right? But we're not talking about that, okay? To turn someone out means to introduce sex or sexual activities, but in such a way that they become extremely sexual or promiscuous afterwards. This has happened to a good number of women, right? But it's not the first guy they have sex with. It's not that guy. It's usually not the first time they have sex with. Okay. I mean, it can be, and it has been, but it's usually not the first time because for many women, their first time having sex is extremely unpleasant. It's not something that feels good to them, right? But for a lot of you guys who think it's some big deal to have sex with a virgin, you wouldn't understand this. That it's unpleasant for both people. Okay. Now, if you're a guy, you just want to get your jollies off, then maybe you don't give a fuck about the woman being in pain and the fact that she's bleeding everywhere. But for a guy such as myself that give a fuck about that kind of shit, it's a very unpleasant experience where I literally stopped and be like, hey, we're gonna stop. Go ahead and clean yourself up. Go ahead and get dressed. No, we don't gotta stop, Carrie. We don't gotta stop. Yeah, I'll deal with it. Oh, girl, you in pain. You uncomfortable. We'll stop. Right. So I know, and I've been in that situation more than once. I know. Right. But it's usually not the first guy that turns them out. It's usually a guy, maybe number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even number 10 or 12, right? But it's usually a guy, again, he introduces her to sex and sexual activities and or sexual activities. And the sexual activities could be the first time she experienced a threesome was with this guy. The first time she had a one-night stand was with this guy. The first time she had sex in public was not with a boyfriend. It was with a guy she met at a club. And that's the first time she ever did anything like that. But she was so sexually attracted to him. And then the way he fucked her in the bathroom, she like, damn. And now she likes that type of shit. So for all you guys, y'all experiencing all this good loving from these women out here, right? There's a guy, sometimes there's multiple sexual experiences kind of strung together where women kind of begin a journey of self-discovery and understanding who they are sexually, right? So sometimes that self-discovery is just them playing with themselves. Other times it's them dealing with men, in some cases women too, right? Again, 5 signs she's not into you sexually even if you're sleeping together. But let me put this, hold on, let me put this back up there. Let me see if I can find it. Because I want y'all, I want this to stay on your motherfucking conscience while I'm talking about this shit. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a motherfucking second. Let's see here. I can't find this shit. Hold on, y'all. Did I delete that shit by accident? Y'all know I'll be doing some shit. Hold on real quick. I literally just had that shit up here. Okay. I guess something happened to it. Okay, all right, fuck it. Oh well. All right, so let's get back to this. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Number 1, and this is in no particular order, right? So I got 5 and I got a bonus for y'all. Number 1, she makes you wait, or she attempts to make you wait. Because technically, a woman really can't make you wait for sex. She can try, and you can get the fuck out of here with it, right? So you ain't gotta wait, right? But you have guys that will wait. And let me just say this real quick, because guys think they players with this shit, but you're still a chump, right? I don't care if you're fucking other girls while you're waiting on this woman, you're still waiting. And guys think that it's a flex to say, oh man, yeah, I made her think I was waiting, but I was really fucking with other girls the whole time. Nigga, you a whole bitch. But you really gonna pretend that you waiting for pussy from a chick? Bro, I'll tell a chick to her face, her pussy ain't all of that for me to be waiting for. And I ain't waiting for your shit. Like, bro, and anyway, I digress. Right? She makes you wait. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Here's the thing. Any one of these 5 things and the bonus I'm going to mention, if you run into any one of these 5 things, you need to leave that woman alone. Some of you guys, you've dealt with women and you have run into more than one of these things with one woman, right? Here's the thing. You do not want to be in a relationship with a woman who is rationing pussy to you. You don't want to be in that predicament. You don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who is bartering, meaning she's trying to exchange sexual favors for you doing shit within a relationship. She's bartering, right? And that, when women ration pussy to you and they barter sex within the relationship, that usually happens in the beginning. There are things that happen in the beginning where that woman, consciously in some cases, but also subconsciously, she's already made you wait. She's already had you jump through hoops for the sex in the beginning. So if she does it during the course of the relationship, it makes sense. She's done it before. She's gotten her way using sex as leverage. Why wouldn't she do it again? Right? And this is what I'm really trying to warn you guys of. Avoid women who play games with sex. Don't fuck with them. Don't fuck them either. Don't fuck with them. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. So again, she makes you wait. She attempts to make you wait. Number 2, if you have to spend non-sexual time with her. If you have to take a woman out on a date, if you have to spend any non-sexual time with her at all, she's not into you sexually, even if she starts fucking you. She's not. Now, here's the thing. A woman cannot be that sexually attracted to you, but still like certain things that you do sexually. And this is where guys get it confused. Again, let me say that again. A woman cannot be all that into you sexually, but she decides to give you a little pussy and she happens to like some of the things you do sexually. But you're going to find that there are boundaries with those type of women. They put boundaries up with you. Why? Because they're not that sexually into you, although they're fucking you. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together, right? So again, number 2, if you have to spend any non-sexual time. So if she wants you to come to the crib and she wants to watch a movie first, or you try to get her to come to the crib And she was like, yeah, we can come, I'll come to your crib, but can we meet first? Can we go out for a drink first? Anything like that, she's not that sexually into you, right? Number three, she restricts the types of sex you want to engage in. Number three, she restricts the types of sex you want to engage in. Meaning, if you have certain things you're into and you try to introduce them to her, she's shooting them down. And that could include sucking your dick. And that's a big one right there. If a woman does not take immense joy in sucking your dick, she's not that into you. Even if a woman is sexually inexperienced and she's sexually into you and she's not that good at sucking dick, or she hasn't sucked dick like that before, she will suck the fuck out of your shit, teeth and all, because she wants to satisfy you. Ask me how I know. So I don't want to hear that, oh, I never done this before. I don't really like to suck dick. Bullshit. Bullshit. Women love to have a phallus in their mouth. Yes, they do. Okay. Some women, let me rephrase that. Okay. Let me just talk about myself. The women I've had sex with literally get sexually turned on going down on me. So I don't know what y'all be hearing or what y'all be talking about when chicks be telling y'all, oh, I don't really get down like that. Again, if a woman doesn't want to suck your dick, bruh, she's not that into you sexually, although you are having sex. Real quick, shout out to the homie Miles Cunningham. I think he did a live joint by himself 2-3 years ago, something like that. About 2-3 years ago. He did a live joint by himself. And a guy called in and he was talking about how he had just met this chick. They had already had sex once or twice, and that he had called her up to come to his crib, right? And she had told him that basically she had started her period. So there was an understanding already that sex wasn't going to happen. So he still wanted her to come over, which I don't know why. I don't know why y'all do the shit y'all do. A lot of you guys, y'all do weird shit to me. Why would you have a woman that you just met who's on her period come to your house? Like, what's the purpose? Like, tell her ass to stay home. And when she get done with her cycle, then she can come through. I don't understand you guys, right? So she come through to the crib, or she come through to the crib, and he basically tells her, you know, put the shit in your mouth. And this is what she told him. She said, no, I don't get anything from that. Stop right there. Think about what I just said. She said, no, I don't get anything from that. What she was saying is, because I'm on my period, you can't sexually satisfy me, so I'm not going to sexually satisfy you. Only a woman who is not that into you sexually would say such a thing. But see, you guys, y'all think that shit is normal. 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Now, the sad part, some of you guys are listening right now. Some of you are saying, so at least I got the cheeks, because you're a fucking loser. Any guy who thinks like that, who cares? I got the sex. You're a fucking loser. You're a loser. Why would you want to bless a woman with your dick who doesn't really want it to begin with? Like, why would you even bless her with it? Why would you? It's like hiring somebody to work for you who doesn't want to be there. They're going to do a half-assed job. It's obvious. They don't really want to be there. They're going to do a half-assed job. So when you're dealing with women who are not that sexually into you, they're going to do a half-assed job in your life and in your bedroom. Why would you want them there? Right? But hey, what do I know? I'm just a nigga with standards, right? Number 4, 5 signs she's not that into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Number 4, you have to spend money. If you have to spend money, she's not into you sexually at all, right? Right? Or a little bit, maybe a little bit, right? Again, if you have to spend money, she's not that into you sexually. She might think you're cute or some shit, but her desire to want to fuck you isn't strong enough for her to do it for free. So she needs financial gratuity. She needs compensation, right? Number 5, she dictates the times, the days, and the places. Meaning, if you're dealing with a woman sexually and she never really responds to you calling her, she's on that don't call me, I'll call you type shit, and she never comes to where you're at, you always got to go to where she's at. And anytime you try and suggest a day or time, it always has to be convenient to her. She's not that into you sexually. She's just using you for a nut, which is fine. See, if a woman wants to use you for a nut, that's fine. But you still need to be the one dictating the terms and conditions of how you being used for your nut. You just can't let her dictate shit to you, right? 5 signs she's not that, 5 signs she's not that into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Bonus, she negotiates sex in exchange for outings. She negotiates sex in exchange for outings. Oh, you want me to come through and fuck you? Oh, you want to fuck on me? How about we go do this first and then I give you some pussy? 5 signs she's not into you sexually, even if you're sleeping together. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.